And I saw my doctor, who immediately referred me on to a local day centre or a day clinic. And I saw an occupational therapist. Her name was Pauline. Pauline listened to what I had to say, made a few notes, and then said to me, go to the local bookshop and buy a book called Self-Help for Your Nerves by Dr. Claire Weekes. And I went to that bookshop and I took the book up to the counter, and the woman who served me said, we sell more of these books than any other books in the health section. And she said, I have one of these books and I call it my Bible. My question, of course, was, why do you call it your Bible? Her answer was, because 18 months ago I was a nervous wreck and this doctor showed me the way out of the state I'd got into. So I took the book home and I had some lunch and I sat down about 1:30 and I started reading. And what I read was me on every page I read, me just about in every word she had written. And after about 3 hours, I had read the book right through in one sitting. I remember looking across the lounge at the wall opposite thinking, I cannot believe what I've just read. This doctor has described me to a T. Not only that, she is showing me the way out of the state I've got into. Medication, yes. I was prescribed diazepam, 2 milligram, 3 times a day. But I decided no, I was not going to do it that way. I was going to do it the Claire Weekes way. So I would go out practicing at night, walking the streets of my hometown, panicking, practicing my way through these moments of panic, learning from my practice. And perhaps every 2 weeks I would take one only, 2 milligram of diazepam. My body wasn't used to it. So it would calm me down for 24 hours. I would have a break, a rest. On a very odd occasion, maybe I'd get 2 days of rest from my suffering, but I always knew I hadn't recovered. And I always knew that there was more practice to be done. And that is exactly what happened. I took, in my 2¼ years of suffering, I think it was 79 tablets over that time. And that was it. The last one I didn't take. I used to carry it around knowing that I didn't need it. And I used to look at it and I used to think, I don't need you. But anyway, and that's what I did. I did have I think it was 12 months where I had no symptoms, thinking that I had recovered, but in actual fact I hadn't. And it was a good lesson to learn from. I panicked on one of Auckland's motorways and ended up in an ambulance. And I had to go back into her teachings to find out what I had not done, because I knew there was something I hadn't done right, and I did find it. And so I had another 9 months of practice. This time I fully recovered. The previous time I had recovered to a point of wellness, which wasn't full recovery. So in this program, in part 3, I make sure that my clients do not do what I did, that their journey will be the correct journey right from the start, from the get-go.